Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Throw until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Rzordy, and to you, one and all, I say, hello friends, how's it going? Welcome. Hope it's been a good weekend for you. It's been a pretty good weekend for me. Hope things are sincerely looking up as the weekend comes to, well, no, I was about to say as the weekend comes to a close, but for those of you in the US at least, you have a long weekend. Tomorrow's a holiday also, so hopefully you're settling in to an even longer weekend than usual. Here though, it's Monday morning. Here though, we're up bright and shiny and ready to go with a new week of streaming, a new week of teaching, because yes, the school year, school semester, school, whatever you want to call it, begins again today. I've mentioned previously that most Japanese schools, high schools especially, finish in April, small break, and then here in late May, we get back to it once more. So here we are, back to it once more. You'll notice probably no real changes at all to the stream, other than I'll have more stories about school, but my first teaching of the day, my early class, is at 3:50 p.m., so probably to end stream still about 1:30 p.m. or so, and have plenty of time to get ready for class and all the rest. So don't you worry, on your side of things, nothing changes. All the Rzordy you could ever want coming to you live through your TV screen. That's right, the old cathode ray tube fired up, no problems. Let's say hello. Elspeth, it's so good to see you. Hello to you today. Jim, welcome in. Hello to HPG. Garvin, what is going on? Pleasure to see you today, Steve. Hello, Marks. Putzaru, welcome. Leto, hello. Good to see everybody here. If I missed you, apologize, but I think that's most of you. Later, you say, last week or so, I saw this break, confusing Japanese system. Yeah, very quick break here. None of the multi-month fun that is the summer school year, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's got enough break to feel pretty good about myself and to feel ready to get back into the classroom yet again. Thank goodness. HPG is saying we have streams now from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Japan time every day. Yes, the stream expands, there we go. Expands to consume every single moment of the day other than teaching. No, I think back years ago I tried that. Back years ago I was teaching and had nothing else going on. I wasn't in a relationship with noms then. I didn't really have any friends locally. I was very sad and lonely, and so I ended up streaming like 12 hours a day and then also was teaching. And that was pretty dumb, I gotta say. At that point it was all I do is hang out with you fine folks and then teach and then sleep over and over again. And that's not a sustainable lifestyle by any means. So glad things are more under control now. Glad we have a reasonable schedule set up. Now, I already have one story for you about school. One school story already. Yesterday I had a student who emailed me saying he wasn't sure I was in his class. He was confused about this. I couldn't find my class listed on his roster, and so I went ahead and pulled up my roster and found that yes, indeed, he was in the class. So I sent him a little note saying, just so you know, it's no problem at all. You are registered. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're looking forward to it. And he wrote back, "Hello, Professor. Cool. You're cool." And I have no idea what that means, because I don't know the student. I've never met him. He had nothing of me other than just the one sentence saying, "No problems here." Why is he saying that I'm cool? Like, On the one hand, I would use that phrase when someone's done me wrong. Like if someone pushes through me at the grocery store, I'll say, hey, you're cool, no problems, no problem at all. Or maybe he means I'm actually a pretty hip guy with my leather coat on and my motorcycle. I'm cool. I have no idea though, but I look forward today to learning more about the students. If the student is seemingly game, I'll probably refer to him as cool at some point during the class period and see if we have a little in-joke for the semester. If he seems a little bit less game, we'll probably not bring it up again, but it was a nice thing. It was a nice thing. I can imagine some professors being like weirded out / offended. I'm definitely not one of those. These are the same professors who get unhappy when you say hey to them, or don't even use the salutation. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Whoa, Jim. Whoa. I'm coming up with anything I possibly can for intro story time, because over the weekend, I got nothing. So this is just me trying to vamp for content. But no, it's no big deal, obviously. But yeah, usually on Monday morning, I'm like, here are the 14 things I did this weekend, which are better known as the things that Noms dragged me off to do. This weekend, though, Noms is out of town, and I gotta tell you, I lived a life of pure, what are the kids saying these days? Pure goblin mode. I was not a real human. I was a little goblin with my little spear, making noises and not much else. So there was sleeping in late, there was going to bed early, there was taking a midday nap, there was ordering pizza, there was watching far too much YouTube, there was playing excessive video games. It was wonderful. Not that I don't want to spend time with Noms, but these occasional very quick little breaks, these occasional evening / night to myself, I am all about it. So I was initially very worried that in a month or so, Noms is going to India for a week, and I'll be so lonely and bored, and what will I do? No, we got it covered. We're absolutely fine, and no concern at all. Except at that point, I will still be teaching, and so I can't completely drop out. But no, it was a really nice time, and I did not go outside the entire time through. Obviously. Slivers, it's good seeing you. Hello, CS Prof, what's up? Hello, Sheerbonage. Hello, Hytalian. Hello, Cyber Oracle. Hello to you, one and all. I do, however, owe you a slight apology collectively, because the one thing I did not do is finish a YouTube video. It is so close. Everything has been recorded, my voice, the video, the goofy pictures, the drawing in MS Paint, all of that is done. I just need to assemble it. That is the one part that's not yet finished. So I did say I would finish a YouTube video by the end of the summer break. This did not happen, and so who can't be trusted? This guy. It is close though. It will get done very, very soon. I have motivation and excitement to finish it, but if only this weekend I'd worked a little harder and not taken so many naps as always. How'd the RimWorld survey go? Oh, Marks, I'm not sure what RimWorld survey you mean. I don't recall RimWorld survey, but if you let me know what it is, I'll tell you how it went. Hopefully great. MS Paint, you're intrigued? It's nothing special. I have an old CK3 tutorial video where I use MS Paint drawings to explain the de jure de facto distinction by talking about your useless brother-in-law who moves into your house and won't move out. Remember that one? It's that kind of thing, where it's just me being unable to actually draw anything, and so making little MS Paint videos. Yeah, I don't know why people watch my YouTube videos given my complete inability to make attractive things, but it's delightful, and hopefully this video is delightful also. It's definitely aimed for brand new players and then people who like my sense of humor, so hopefully there's a good overlap of some of those folks out there. But as I said, right now I'm feeling a halfway decent motivation towards making YouTube videos. I have a few I'd like to do. We'll see how it goes. The hard part, of course, is during the semester, teaching has to take first priority. If it doesn't, I will lose my job and the students will boo at me, and I can't deal with that right now. But on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, I'm hoping I can do YouTube production stuff, and I find it really satisfying to create in that way, so we'll see how it goes. No promises other than getting this one done, but past that, maybe. A survey's a bad description. You're wondering what I asked on Discord. Yes, so for the current video that's basically done, I asked on YouTube for people to put in absolutely random RimWorld questions, things that they would like to know about for the future, things that seem silly to ask about, etc. Anything about RimWorld at all. And this was just for a 1 or 2 frames in the, not frames, 1 or 2 scenes in the YouTube video I'm making right now. Nothing terribly serious. I just need people to type words in chat. So I wouldn't have it all be just me. Because I'm making a claim that lots of people come by and ask me questions about RimWorld, and I've recorded absolutely none of those, so I needed people's help to ask me questions about RimWorld. See, this is how it goes. The YouTube viewers don't know. They don't know the kind of trickery I get up to in making my videos. I claim it's the real thing, but actually, y'all are paid actors. I thank you very much. Claro says, you could be my students. Unfortunately, you do not pay tuition. Unfortunately, you do not help get the lights on campus. So I think if I made the end run move and said, the students on stream are very pleased with me, I don't think my boss would care. I don't think my boss would care if the in-person students are actively dismayed with my teaching. Now, with that said, I'm sure it'll go fine. It always goes fine. I'm a little nervous in that good way for meeting some new students. My real nervousness comes entirely from do I remember what I do on the first day? Because in the summer I have to do the first day and the second day, one right after the other. Because it all is just the first day, because we have 8 weeks of classes instead of 15 weeks of classes, so everything's a little compressed, but I made an outline, I made some notes, and it'll all be good, so looking forward to that as always. Hopefully I gel well with the students. I've said before, you have only a day or two to set the right tone for the classroom, and I'm sure it'll work just fine. But many of you have heard me give this speech over and over and over again. Many of you have heard me talk about first day jitters and so on, but as a regular feature of my life, you get to hear about it too. There you go. Saw that a few of you bought some Warhammer games recently. With that sale going on, I'm so pleased to know that some of you have taken my recommendations and gotten Vermintide 2, also gotten the Warhammer 3. I hope you enjoyed them. Yesterday I nearly did a Vermintide stream, but I decided that time would be better spent on eating cold pizza and watching League of Legends video on YouTube. And then after a while, watching Hearthstone videos on YouTube. These are games I used to play a whole bunch of back in the day, and it was delightful seeing how the game has stayed the same and how the games have changed over the interim years. Hearthstone is now absolute craziness. Once upon a time, I could follow what was happening in Hearthstone pretty clearly. When various cards would get put down, and the cards had like 5 hits and 4 HP, and then they would run into each other, and one would die and one would survive. Now though, when cards are put down in the Hearthstone game, there's flashing lights and things moving around, and I can't follow any of it. But a really good time anyway, and it's all good. It's all good. If I made a class in video production, I could produce RimWorld videos as examples in that class. Yeah. We do have a certificate here in esports and online production, that kind of stuff. And the majority of the certificate is taught by people in video production and so on, and audio production, people who help with the technical side of things. But she has said repeatedly that if I want to do the business side of online content and talk about social media and talk about ads and so on, she thinks I have a tested experience to do that. Now, of the many parts of online content creation, that's the part I find least interesting, so I'll never be teaching that course, but nice to know that maybe I could spread my knowledge of Twitch to the youth. I don't want to give them a false impression, though. I don't want to give the impression that they will be big successes overnight. I think a lot of classes at a lot of schools and a lot of fields say do these 12 things and you'll get the job you want in just the way you want. But content creation, Twitch, YouTube, it's a little bit luck based, and I can't give them the secrets to luck and to pleasing the algorithm and all the rest. If I could, we'd surely have millions of viewers and be the best known video gamer in the entire world. Things I do not want, surely. Sakatera, how's it going? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, good to see you. Any fun from your weekends? Anything that happened for you you'd like to talk about? How to build your Twitch channel 101 with Professor Azordi. I can do the 101. I can do the here's how you make a schedule. I've actually considered making a YouTube video on like my secret to RimWorld or to Twitch success. Though we're successful in some sense, the important success that comes initially is just from showing up, right? The success that comes from in Twitch initially is just being consistent. So I thought about making a video on the importance of consistency in the Twitch streaming experience. Consistent time, consistent tone, consistent games, etc. That really is the one secret I got. Secretary had rain all weekend, so lots of Valheim done. Absolutely right. If you can't do chores in real life, do chores in video games instead. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I know Valheim's a very, very fun game, but at the same time, it feels a little bit chore-like to me. Outside of possibly the battles, is just too much collection. Too much collection. Hope it's a good time, though. Hello, Tiger Burning. That tie is poppin'. Do the kids still say poppin'? I think we said that back when I was young, maybe. Anyway, I'm glad you like the tie. It's the offensively bright red tie. It draws so much attention to it. But I wanted to wear this shirt for teaching today, and so the red tie, I think, goes halfway decently with it. Other than that, anything else on the weekend? Anything else things are going good? Make sure you have an occasional stream crisis to increase demand. Yeah, I would not recommend that. I would not say if you have a steady and good stream community going, just occasionally stop streaming and disappear entirely. This is not a pro tip. Definitely do not do that. Yeah, with that said, the thing that's funniest to me in some measure, and I use the word funny here meaning like ironically funny, is the time I've lost the most followers. So usually when you're streaming, you lose followers from time to time. People are different time zone. People are not into the games you're playing. There's some like weird moment they didn't enjoy, whatever. People unfollow for lots of reasons all the time. Usually one or two a stream, and then you gain new followers, and gradually speaking, the number goes up. With that said though, the time that I have lost the most followers is when I've gone live after months of not streaming. And so my suspicion of how this goes is for the first time in 4 or 5 months, it pops up with Resorty is live. And all around the world, people go, huh, forget that guy. which I get, I absolutely get. But yeah, I think last time around, last end of stream crisis, we lost like 75 or 90 followers on the very first day back. And it's fine. It's not a big deal. It was cool to have anyone want to hang out. It was cool wanting to have, or being able to have people show up and say nice words and care about me and so on. But that is definitely a tip to give new streamers. Don't just disappear. It tends to go kind of poorly. All you new followers, thank you very much for being here. I mentioned following. We get new followers. Hey, the hello friend. We'll be playing some more of our video game in just a few minutes here. Getting into our Warcraft III experience. Warhammer III experience. Will I ever get this right? I need to make a post-it note. I need to make a post-it note that just has a picture of a carpenter's hammer. Now, unfortunately, a carpenter is also known as a craftsman, a craftsperson. So this will confuse me immensely. Do any of you do this also, or do any other streamers do this? Or is this just a me thing, where you say Warcraft pretty much every Warhammer stream? Along with having too many space name games out there, there are too many war blank games. There's like, what, War Thunder, and War of the Worlds, and War, what is it good for? Huh? Absolutely nothing. All very confusing. All very confusing. I agree. MMO, no. We're not allowed to talk about Warcraft here. I will be happy to. I'll be happy to remark that over the weekend, though I wanted to watch a bunch of YouTube videos of old games I used to play, I did not pull up any involving Warcraft. And I wanted to say that's a real accomplishment for this guy. Because I thought about trying to get a contact high. You know, I won't play it directly, and that way I won't get in trouble, but if I watch it and feel the goodness of seeing the gold star explosion when you level up, that might be a problem also. Because first you start hanging out with people who are into these things, and then you get into them yourself. I know how gateway drugs work. I was part of drug abuse resistance education back in the 1990s, in which they brought this giant board of drugs around. Did any of you have this thing also? If you're not an American from the 1990s, this probably makes no sense to you, but I'm curious if I can find this thing. Hello, Fritz, good seeing you. We had a police officer, that's right, a police officer come to school, and he gave us, okay, so Dare Drug Box, maybe? Let's do it. Ha ha! Exactly. All right. So it was exactly this kind of thing. Open image and new tab. Yes, exactly this kind of thing. And it showed all the different drug things and things you might use. Narcotics and dangerous drugs identification kit. For example, the balloon. The balloon. And like, I know drugs are a serious topic, but as a, what was it, like maybe 9-year-old, possibly 12-year-old at oldest, this was so confusing to me. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be learning in this moment. Because like, they didn't say anything in particular about what was in the box. They just said, look kids, this is drugs. And I went, oh, drugs. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was supposed to identify these things to stay away from them. But again, at age 12 at the oldest, it was not like I had people regularly offering me Special K or amphetamine tablets. Like, I just kind of missed that part entirely. So I don't know. I'm sure the people who were engaged in it, engaged in the teaching, really believed that they were doing good work. I don't want to downplay like the individual effort, etc. But man, it was not effective. It was just confusing for me. So that's how it goes. You were part of the Just Say No prevention era. Yeah, absolutely. The two classes I remember most clearly were our drug class and then our sex ed class. And both of these were so strong on pure abstinence. It does not matter if you understand the thing, just refuse the thing, absolutely. I've read some psychological research on the way in which the taboo becomes the desired thing. So the way in which being told no, absolutely not, makes one a little bit curious about why they say no. And so I do wonder if the Just Say No era also led to a greater curiosity towards drugs than might be there otherwise. I don't know. I know nothing about how drug rates changed. I know there's also like easier access, etc. So who knows how it goes. I'm not constant on heavy drugs, so maybe it worked. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Insofar as I'm not addicted to anything other than you all and streaming, maybe I managed to get the right lesson from these things. Maybe deep in my little 12-year-old brain, I finally understood the importance. I'm sure there are studies on the Dare era. I'm sure on the Dare era I learned, oh god, I'm dropping frames. Hello, friends, we're dropping a lot of frames. This is new and novel and exciting. Thanks for mentioning that. Huh. How do I fix this? Okay, so what's happening is the internet itself, my connection is having trouble. It's not my computer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do well, maybe it's getting better. It is not getting better. I'm gonna go ahead and do the stop streaming and reconnect and see if that fixes it. If not, I'll go restart my router and such. So, let's say, actually, I'll go restart the router now and see if that fixes it. So back in just a minute. Please consider the merits and consequences and troubles of drug abuse resistance education